Hello everyone and welcome back to Two Bros Game Night. I am your host, Older Bro.
I'm the other host, Younger Bro.
And today we continue in Detective Pikachu, where, off camera, I found out that Hoot Hoot does in fact have two legs.
Yeah.
I just thought it had one leg.
No.
But no, it just has two legs and it just stands on one. For some reason.
I knew that for years.
Yeah. Never realized that because it's just like, they never really showed the second leg.
Like...
It's like, why would it stand on one leg when it has two and can stand on both?
I think I knew about it since the first or second Poke Park.
Yeah, that's strange. Let's see if he has any additional dialogue.
What's up?
He does not. Karina, please calmly listen. Tim, what's going on? We found out the accident earlier was actually deliberately caused by someone. What? But how?
Yes.
Is what you said true? Please tell me everything. Of course. Someone given fake instructions to the Anma. Is that what caused the accident? That's right. But who would do such a thing? Why? It's possible the culprit had some grudge against you and destroyed the violin as payback. Could you tell us a bit more about your violin? Of course, my grandfather made it for me before he passed away. It's the only one of its kind.
Aww.
Even now, when I get discouraged, I remember the message he left for me on the violin, and it helps me feel better.
Message.
There was a message on the violin? I never noticed. Oh, you couldn't have. It's written on the inside of the back plate, after all. Oh, so you can't see it from the outside? No, you can't. Actually, I think the only ones who've seen it are me and Cricketune, since we used to go play at my grandfather's workshop.
Alright, Cricketune. You'll help us find the culprit? Thanks, we could use your help.
Cricketune!
We don't know who did this or why, but don't worry, we will get to the bottom of things.
Cricketune!
Apparently, Cricketune was present when Karina saw the message too. Cricketune says Karina read the message to it. It said, "To my dear Karina, even when I'm no longer with you, I will always love you and your music."
That's very beautiful. Now, where's the pieces of the violin?
Tim!
Oh, there they are.
Tim!
The message of the violin, huh?
Something on your mind?
I helped Cricketune pick up the pieces of the violin after the accident, but I don't think I saw a message anywhere on the back plate.
Could it be that you just didn't notice it? If it bothers you, we could double check.
Yeah.
Here's Karina's violin. It really is wrecked, isn't it?
Let's see, the back plate with the message should be this one, but I don't see any message written anywhere.
So that means this violin is...
A fake. The culprit's goal was to steal Karina's violin.
The culprit must have tampered with the Yanma's cue sheet so that the accident would hide the fact that the violin had been swapped.
That's right, he almost got away with it too. I swear, I'll catch this culprit no matter what.
No, you fucked it up, man. You're supposed to say,
I
he
didn't
almost
know.
got away with it too if it hadn't been for us meddling kids.
I didn't know where to go with it, so, like, I thought
I'm saying
the
that in
same
character.
thing.
I'm saying that in character. Just like Tim is telling that to Detective Pikachu. No, you're supposed to say, if it hadn't been for these meddling kids.
But still, I didn't know where
Both
to go
of us
with
were
it.
just like, okay, we've got to do a Scooby-Doo joke. How do we do a Scooby-Doo joke? I'm glad we were both in the same
Goodness, the
spot.
violins have been swapped. That means that the real one is still safe.
Thank God.
That's the one good thing about all of this.
Yeah. An elaborate ruse.
First things first, we should go tell Karina and Cricketune about the swap violin. They may be able to help us narrow down who the culprit could be.
You're right, Pikachu. Karina, the violin there is a fake. The culprit arranged for the accident to happen so no one would notice the theft. But then where's the real violin? The culprit probably still has it, but please keep this a secret. We don't want the culprit to get nervous and hide it away. I never noticed my violin had been swapped with a fake, but I think the one I used for my performance was the real one. I could tell from the tone. Cricketune!
Yeah, Cricketune says so too.
Done!
Oh, something fell off to you too.
Cricketun!
The material seems softer than normal, I see. It must have been difficult for the culprit to get the exact same materials to use.
Soft boards. Okay.
Hold on a bit, Tim. I think Karina has more for us.
How is that fucking possible, given that she has no dialogue?
The testimonies we got from the two of them are shedding light on the crime.
Really?
Let's organize what we know to get started. Let's figure out exactly when the violin was swapped. Open your case notes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we did get the thing. It's just
Yeah.
they wanted you to do your case notes right now.
In here, in this room right now.
Now, let's try and figure out when the violin could have been swapped out. First, when do we know for sure that the violin was already, fake? True. By the time I had delivered the violin, it had already been swapped out with the fake one.
Yeah, I mean, very obviously.
Now we know when the violin was swapped out with the fake one. But we still need to figure out when was the last time the real violin was seen.
During the performance.
Yeah.
Now why do you think that?
Because of what she said.
Yeah.
So, Karina was using the real violin during her performance. She and Cricketune both confirmed it to be true. And that means the culprit swapped out the violin after Karina finished her performance, but before I moved it.
Switched out backstage. Yeah, of course it'd be switched out backstage.
Now we know when the violin was swapped.
Yeah, the culprit aimed for the exact moment Karina would not be around her violin.
Judging from that, and the tampering with the cue sheet, the culprit must have been very familiar with the show.
And see, here's the funny thing. Thinking about this from a logistical standpoint, wouldn't you, as the show company, want to have a fake violin on site anyways? Because you would want for her performance for her to use the real violin that's, you know, very expensive. But for shots, you could just get something that looks exactly the same.
I mean, that's
and carry that
probably
around
what
stage.
This violin is for.
That's what I'm saying. But then she would have known about it, and so would everyone else. It's just like, yes, right now where you have the fake violin, that's why you stored the other one backstage. So it's like, wouldn't this just be standard practice? Anyways, so the culprit is someone who works here.
That's what we need to find out.
Who has alibis. And now we must talk to literally every person.
By those
Keith is gone. That's a problem. Let's start in here. With Max.
What?
Oh, still doing your investigation. Go easy on playing detective, alright?
Actually, I'm licensed.
Oh.
Playing detective?
Nobody's playing here.
Max, you left the studio once the first rehearsal was done, right?
Yeah, I figured I'd go over the script one more time in my dressing room while I waited.
Did anyone come by during that time?
Oh yeah, a staff member came by to call me. I was in the middle of something, so I couldn't open the door, but I said I'd be right out. Oh, so he didn't actually see this person.
I like how nobody actually believes Max did it. It's just like, no, he's definitely
So,
innocent.
let's gather information.
I do think somebody tries to frame him, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but it's just like, no, he's definitely, like, he just doesn't have motive. It's like, it's his show. Like, he doesn't want anything to happen to this.
That's true. Jared! Oh, you were watching TV and you say you're the best thing on the screen, eh? You got some confidence, for sure. What did you and Max do once you were done with the first rehearsal? Chad? You came back to the dressing room together. I see to recall you're saying that's what you were gonna do, yeah? What's that? You were excited because Max said he'd give you a snack earlier today. Early today. We weren't asking about your snack. Chad, shut up! Someone came to call you and knocked on the door and said something, apparently.
Must have been Amelia.
Chad? Is Amelia a person or a Pokemon? Why do you ask?
Wait, why is that a question?
Chad! Apparently a Pokemon stopped by too, in addition to the person. Chad! It doesn't know who, but apparently someone rammed into the door. Chadot says it was. So surprised that I accidentally yelled out.
Yeah, I bet that would be surprising. What did that Pokemon do then?
Chadot! It ran off, making some kind of cry, according to Chadot.
Yeah, it's probably Mimikyu.
Hey, could you show us your cool mimicking skills again? Chad? Oh, you can. Chadot! Try different signals to see what happens, eh? Tim, give it a shot.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, that's the voice of Mr. Graham.
And cut.
Oh, that must be Hero. What's with the self-contained look? Trying to act all cool, are you?
Hey, go easy, man. I tried my best.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past Max to do that.
There probably are more cues than we can imagine. It's not doing anything.
Guess that's too subtle to use as a cue.
It's too subtle!
Get out of my way.
Well, that's definitely Olga, right?
If someone yelled at me like that, I'd definitely have a heart attack, even if it was a prank. Okay, so that's all taken care of. I feel like there should be another, like, 2 doors over here. This hallway seems long enough that they should just have 2 more rooms in that direction. Okay, well... Excuse me.
Hey, what's wrong?
Well, about the accident that just happened. It seems like it was deliberately caused by somebody.
What?
But then, who is the culprit? We're investigating that now. That's why we'd like to ask where everyone was during the rehearsal.
We were here the whole time. Yes, we were keeping an eye on the studio from here. I think it would be difficult for people here in the sub-control room to swap out the violin.
Seems good.
Yeah, that's an alibi. Make sure you remember it.
3 people in the room. Like, Max has a less solid alibi than they do. Okay. Now, where's
Keith
Mimikyu?
Urban?
Yeah, Keith, but yeah, also where's Mimikyu?
Probably crying
Oh.
in its room. Kiki! What? Are you still upset that I got chosen as the assistant over you?
But you're on the show. You can't be an assistant for the show.
Kiki! Don't get too full of myself. Sure, whatever you say. More importantly, there's something we need to ask you. Do you know anything about the accident that just happened? Kiki! It was going around the dressing rooms while avoiding the staff here, so it doesn't know what was going on at the studio.
Oh, why was it doing that?
Kiki! Doing a bit of self-promotion. Yeah, definitely
Yeah, you can do that. That's fine.
persistent, I'll give you that.
That works. Yeah. Like I said, probably it slammed its head into the fucking door. What do you want?
Are you making progress on the alibi check?
I'm trying to, if you'd shut up and let me go to the next room. Well...
Oh, come on, you should know what to do. Is there somewhere you haven't checked yet? At the studio?
I'm
Or
trying!
self-controlling room? Or the dressing rooms for performers?
I am literally fucking trying, you asshole. Hey! Hey! Listen! Watch out!
Meow. Man, what a yawn. Let us talk to you a bit before you take a nap. Meow. Yeah, what were you guys doing after we finished the rehearsal? Meow meow. We came back to the dressing room for a nap. I'll give you a brushing too. So your fur is all perfect. You know, I can't really tell.
Ow!
What do you want?
Just, what do you want?
You again? What do you want now?
Oh,
Oh, come on. You're a detective. Don't let her intimidate you. Go on, ask what you need to ask.
where were you after we finished the first rehearsal?
I stayed in my dressing room. I was giving Purugly a nice pushing.
Did anyone stop by during that time?
One of the staff members came to call on me. I answered, although I didn't open the door.
I see.
Someone comes all the way to get you. The least you could do is open the door for them. Although, come to think of it, something odd happened after that.
Now, of course that it was. Oh, Lord, this isn't gonna be oh, no, it's just gonna be this concern.
Now that I think about it, this person couldn't be the culprit.
What do you mean, couldn't be? Pretty sure she absolutely could be. She doesn't like Karina, remember? What was this strange occurrence?
Someone came and beat on the door. I looked out through the fogged glass window, but didn't see anyone there. I wonder what that was all about. Yeah, it's probably Mimikyu hitting on the door.
Yeah.
Trying to get in.
Yeah, that's like, multiple people have said that. It's like, oh yeah, obviously Mimikyu was ramming its head into the fucking door. Asshole.
Hey, Tim!
Do you remember the strange occurrence at Olga's dressing room?
Oh, you mean someone banged on the door?
That's right, my theory is that it's the same Pokemon that visited Chowdow's dressing room.
That makes sense. I wonder if we can find this Pokemon and ask it about when it visited the dressing rooms. You already have. It just ran this way. Very quickly, apparently, or it reloaded. It literally just did it! Come on, game. Oh no, this mystery that we watch happen! Okay, everybody's in here. Ekans. Hey, why are you glaring at each other?
Let's see what they're saying. It's time to decide whose special talents are truly better.
Ekans.
It's saying being able to smell the difference of foods with your tongue is more amazing.
I like how it's saying smelling the difference in foods with its tongue, but it's like most people do that. It's called tasting them. It's a very common thing.
It's saying making laundry super clean with ultrasonic waves is way cooler.
I'm sorry, what? What the fuck's that mean?
Apparently it can do that.
No, you know what? No, Magnemite's right. It wins. This is not. It's just one of these is just tasting food, and the other is cleaning laundry by just throwing like sonic waves at it. Like, yeah, that's fucking cool. But that's like comparing Lepa berries to orange berries. No, it isn't. This isn't. One of these is a normal activity, and one of these is cool. It's not like that.
So we can't just leave them like this. What do you think we should do?
Acknowledge each other's talent, spend some time apart, have a battle, ignore each other. Acknowledge each other's talent. To me, both of your talents are really impressive, says this character. I personally, older bro, disagree. Maybe you could agree that you both have some amazing skills and just make up.
Anyway, you two need to make up, okay?
We can come by to check on them later. Maybe something will have changed. What in the world has gotten into Ekans? It's not normally the time to pick fights with other Pokemon. I wonder what set it off this time.
The previous recording has gone over the scheduled time. Maybe the Pokemon are getting irritated.
Oh, shit.
I hope they can become friends before the actual filming starts. But seeing how they are now, that may be difficult.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Trying to get to it.
Wow. Huh? What about Magnemite and Ekans? Wow. It's boring because they don't pay attention to you. It's like you're being left out.
Are you seriously saying you want to be part of an argument to be paid attention to?
Either that or she wants attention. Give her some candy.
No. I don't think they mean to be rude or anything. Maybe Mobile just likes to have company.
Yeah. It wants a pat on the head. Don't get in the way. Hey, chill out. No need to look so scary.
Eggins.
Magnemite's talents are all mundane and useless.
How the fuck is it mundane to clean clothes with ultrasonic waves? You think? I can see my mom getting excited about super clean laundry. I didn't talk to you.
Magnemite.
Eh.
Whoa, calm down. You could shut the whole place down if you get too excited. Magnemite. Telling things apart by smell isn't unusual or interesting at all.
You know what? I have to agree with Magnemite. It's not. Really, I can't think of any other Pokemon that smells through its tongue. Well, yes, that's weird, but it's not. That's not a weird talent. That's a weird place to smell things.
Yeah.
Like, that's like saying, oh, well, you're talented because you smell through your nose instead of your tongue. It's like, no, that's not a talent. That's just strange. Like, no. I refuse to accept this. This argument is objectively one-sided.
Maybe if Ekans says I can cause poison whenever I want, that could be better.
Well, but, like, yeah, that's a talent it probably has, because it's a poison type and also a snake. And that's pretty normal, snakes. But, yeah, if it was like... I don't know how to... Yeah. I don't know. If it said something like I can change the flavor of a food by licking it. No, it's still kind of mundane. I don't know. There's something. There's something it could do. Is there anything backstage? The answer seems to be no. Whole backstage area, and it's for jack shit.
Alright, now we need the alibis in the main studio, even though...
So I'm gonna start on the left. There's no one on the left. Oh man, an accident like that. And right in front of the president too. What's gonna happen to the show? Once the violin recital was done, I was checking the footage from the cameras here. Just discussing stuff with everyone. Man, I wish I could turn the clock back. If I could turn back time. If I could find a way. What do you think we should do, Pikachu?
Just let him be until we solve the case.
Take back all the words.
What's the matter?
Are you still looking into the accident, Tim? Huh? Oh,
Hush, don't mention the swapped violin until we're ready to catch the culprit.
right. Yes. You mean after Karina played? I was checking the dressing rooms to call on Max and Olga. But you came back to the studio alone, didn't you? Weren't you able to find them? Oh, no, not exactly. They both seemed like they were busy, so I just told them that I need them through the door. I see. And did you meet anyone else? I remember I ran into Keith near the studio.
Oh.
Now that I think about it, this person couldn't be the culprit.
That's, again...
And it's also Amelia.
Yeah, it's Amelia. I don't think she's the culprit, but she could be. I went directly to Olga's dressing room from the studio. I knocked on the door. I said we were ready, and she responded...
Thank you, I'll be right there.
Through the door.
So it's not like Amelia actually saw Olga. I feel like that's going to be the key to unraveling this mystery.
I went to get Max after I called Olga. I knocked on his door and told him we were ready. And he said...
Gotcha, I'll be right out.
I
Gotcha, I'll
was
be
gonna
right
say,
out.
that one's Chadot. Like,
I mean...
through the door.
Nothing ever...
Yeah, this is you. Yeah. No, actually,
Wait,
this one was me.
This
Yeah.
one was you.
Nothing ever goes according to the script, does it? After Karina's performance, I was with Hero checking the rest of the plan for today. You all seemed very busy. Yes, we were all wondering what to do since Keith hadn't come back.
Keith.
Keith
So,
Nye, the
Keith.
science kid. I'm not asking the alibi of the fucking... the Yanma, for very obvious reasons.
Yanma, where were you? Sorry, that's...
We were
question.
causing the accident! Do you think you'll be able to get back to filming? I'd say the odds are 50-50. I've already put in a request for a new violin. I feel bad for Karina, but she'll have to use the new one. Well, about that, we can't tell you.
Yeah.
About Hero's alibi. I was in the studio ever since Karina finished her performance. I was making sure the staff knew the plan for the show, checking the footage, and so on.
We were in the studio then too. I didn't see anyone leave or enter until Amelia and Keith came back.
Seems like Hero and the staff here have a solid alibi.
Yeah, that's an alibi. Make sure you remember it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Keith.
What's up?
Are you investigating the accident? Don't overdo it.
That sounds like what a guilty person would say. I'm fucking up words today. That sounds like what a guilty person would say. Thanks. Where were you during the rehearsal, Keith? I don't think I saw you until right before the accident happened.
I went down to the lower floor to call the assistant Pokemon as soon as we found Purugly.
And what happened with that?
Well, it didn't show up even when the scheduled time came, so I called the office to check. Turns out I'd mixed up the dates and had scheduled it for the wrong time. So I ran back to the studio to tell Hero now.
So that's you.
So that's what all the ruckus was about.
Did you run into anybody on your way back to the studio?
Yes, as I recall, I ran into Amelia. She just finished calling Max and Olga.
Yeah, that seems to back up their alibi.
Yeah, that's an alibi. Make sure
We
you
seem to have
remember
run
it.
out of people without alibis. Oh, hold on.
What's up?
Are you the one in charge of scheduling and managing the assistant Pokemon?
That's right, I'm really sorry that my mistake put you both in a dangerous spot. Yeah, next time, pay closer attention.
Don't worry about it. Neither of us were hurt. I'm still talking to the other two, even if it doesn't matter. Now, this one was you.
Yeah. You investigated the accident. That was a mistake by the Yama, right?
No, it seems like the accident was deliberately caused for some purpose. Can you help us find the truth?
After Karina's recital, I was checking the footage in the studio together with Hero.
What was I doing after the violin recital? What are you asking? We're trying to find out find out more about the accident. Is it alright if you tell us? Sure. I was in the studio during the rehearsal. I can't leave the Yanma all by themselves, after all. By the way, I fucked it up. It's Yamaha is the name of the camera company. So, but not Yanmaha, which was what I was making it.
I don't think Hero and the staff in the studio could have stolen the violin.
Although, a Pokemon company, if you want to make a series of cameras in world that's called Yanmaha cameras, that would be quite funny and also be a great reference to this and the real cameras. In that case, maybe we should tell Hero what really happened. If the culprit is related to the show somehow, maybe he'll know something.
Good thinking, but don't forget to tell him to keep it a secret.
Should we tell Keith to get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, but we are at time.
Yes, we are. So, we're gonna have to come back next time and talk to Keith. Talk to Hero. Until then, the future is very uncertain. What is certain is you guys are awesome, and there'll be more Two Bros Game Night tomorrow. See you then.
Goodbye.